What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
Were you starting a car?
I thought he
was
trying to talk about ricotta cheese, but he just couldn't remember what it was called.
I thought he was Family Guy, the Giggities from Family Guy.
For those who don't know what just happened.
What happened?
That is our other producer. That is producer Judge Giamatti. Owl Borland is down with the flu.
Yeah, he's
at least
sick.
He keeps saying that. We are insisting that he's just being real lazy.
So lazy.
When
I think of lazy people that I know, first one that comes to mind
none lazier.
is
honestly
Owl
the
Borland.
only person that comes to mind.
Right? I don't even know what it is apart from Owl Borland.
Get better, Al, if you're really sick.
Yeah, wink.
Judge Giamatti in charge today.
Hello, Spitwads.
There he is.
That was my inspiration was Andy Bernard from The Office. There.
Very nice.
Going.
Yeah, all right.
Very nice.
You know what? You held it down. This is the second time I've got to skip a scat.
I am
out of the blue, where I didn't even realize it moments before.
insanely jealous about that.
Jason actually wants to skip scats, and we've never had him skip a scat.
I'm just the next one. When it's my turn, you're going to hear the whole intro, and then we're going to talk. And you're going to be like, where was the scat?
Oh, man,
I
you
did
can't
it.
do that.
Oh, I can do whatever I want when it's my scat.
No, your timeline will let you know about it.
Yeah.
The people will be furious.
Torches. And
So excited to be back with you. Spitballers Podcast, at Spitballers Pod on Twitter, spitballerspod.com. Click that Become a Spitwad button. Get some bonus content, some interesting opportunities too. We need draft ideas. You can submit them over there. They take precedence over everybody else's ideas because you're an official Spitwad member. You get the episodes early. It's a lot of fun. The community's great. Do we have life advice on the show today?
We do. We are going to bring some serious, heartfelt, deep life advice.
Well, we take things very
I know what we
seriously.
do have, guys. We have an update.
Wait.
Bobo Thor is at it again.
Oh, did you tap the...
I did not touch him. He's just going.
So there's a Bobble Thor you can see on
Yes!
YouTube. And
Go Bobble Thor.
He's been known to go for hours.
It's unbelievable.
Tips don't lie.
No. What else is going on? We got Jason, we need the running update. You said on the last episode, and I just listened to this because I just got back into town. Our family was on a little vacation. And I listened to last week's episode. And it was very funny. Jason, you talked about the fact that you are now moving towards thinking about running.
It was like considering thinking.
But then you
about
guaranteed that you would run by the time the next Spitballers episode, and then you spent most of the week asking us to not do any more episodes.
Right.
But then what happened?
Then here we are. And the
So?
update is I ran. I put my sneakers on and I went out and found a path and started
Now we talked about jogging versus running last week. So what was this?
This was 0% running.
Okay.
This was jogs and walks.
No.
But I went 2 miles.
I'm very interested in this.
You traveled 2 miles.
2.02.
No Ubering.
That's correct. I traveled 2.02 miles in an Uber.
But you saying I found a path.
Yes.
I want you to elaborate this because
let's hear more about
whenever
your
I've
experience.
gone running, I've gone outside of my house and gone, which direction do I go, this way or that way? I don't say, ooh, I found a path.
So in my neighborhood, apparently, if you were to go right, at the end of that street is like
an actual running path.
An actual
sounds
running
fun.
path, and the path takes you like down under the freeway. It's unbelievable. It's right in my backyard.
People do this.
There were so many people on that path exercising. It was disgusting.
Do you high five each other as you run by?
No, but you do the nod.
Did you
do
start doing the jog?
Yeah, I'm one of you.
Oh,
Did you start doing the jog that I do when I'm seen?
So here's
Go
the
from
funniest
the walk
part.
to the run?
I'm using an app, and the app is like the couch to 5K or something. So it starts really easy. It's 30 minutes, and it's basically what it is it's 60 seconds of running, and then 90 seconds of a brisk walk. So and then it tells you, it says, okay, now run. And you run for 60 seconds, and then it says, okay, now briskly walk or whatever. And so I am off in the distance. There's a bench, and a guy with a bicycle is sitting there.
Oh, what a quitter.
And I'm sitting there going, oh, no, what if I'm in the walk? Like,
Oh.
what if I'm running up to that area, and it's like, now walk? And then I'm like, well, I don't want to walk in front of this guy.
So you would be embarrassed to walk by the sitter?
Well,
That
yeah,
guy's sitting down.
but he's a human, and he's going to still judge me.
Yeah. That's the whole point to this whole.
There was also another
Equation.
worry later on down the road. I'm getting about to the halfway point where I need to turn around, and there is we'll say, very elderly woman walking. And I didn't want to pass her in a jog and then just start walking.
Have her pass you?
And well, she was walking very fast. She was a fast one. Shout out to my lady Shirley. I'm guessing that I didn't want. She was a fast walker, but I didn't want to like jog past her and then be like, now walk, and then just walk right in front of her. So I turned around.
Brake
at that
checking
point.
someone?
Yeah. But
Well,
I did it. I sweat.
Is this a
went out.
5K guarantee on the way? Is that what if you got this app out there?
I will do a 5K.
There's no.
I did not say participate.
All right.
I will do one. I will find a way to. I will put one on for people.
I will say this. I had a time where
He's going to. He would rather form an organization and sponsor and create an entire 5K race than run in one.
Well, if I promise I'm doing a 5K,
There you
there's
go.
better odds of that.
there's an app. I've used it before where it's a similar thing. It's a 0. You can do a 0 to 5K or whatever, but it's a game. It's a game that they set up where you are in a zombie apocalypse and you're out running and you collect
Yeah.
supplies. By the further that you run, you collect more supplies, and then they like randomly have it. You're under attack from a zombie, so,
so you gotta get out of there.
You have to run.
Oh, and it tells like the speed you're going. Like
Yeah, it uses the GPS to track all this stuff, and there's a fully narrated story.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't believe you would actually go for a run, so I was saving it.
Okay, well, I need that info because
You'd run faster
I
if
would
zombies were after
definitely
you.
100% run faster if I was going to have my brains eaten.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's.
All right.
Hold
some of
on,
the best-
zombie. I'm in my 60-second walk period.
Well, that's what's funny is like I was very dedicated to those announcements of walk and run. Like I could have just kept jogging past the bicycle guy, but I'm like, "No, it says walk. It says walk. I'm gonna walk.
Did you point to your headphones?
No,
I'm
but
following
But
instructions.
I did look at my watch so much. Every time I transitioned, I was like looking at the watch, like, and I'd touch it. I'd be like, yes, I don't need to touch this, but I want everybody looking to know.
You needed to put the fingers up for a pulse check.
Yeah. that's
Like
right.
as you're passing
and
the guy.
looking at the watch.
Yes. Oh, because then you have exerted yourself beyond what your body is supposed to do.
Look,
Throw some references out there like, oh, boy, that sunrise was so pretty this morning, wasn't it?
all pro
That's how long
tips-
I've been out here.
All pro tips are welcome. I don't know if I'll run
Dude,
again.
if you're going to be like 10 miles back there, be careful.
Yeah, there's a rattler on the path. 10 miles back. All right, we're moving on.
Would you rather?
Daniel from the website submitted this question. He said, would you rather have dirty teeth with fresh breath or clean teeth with that mouth stank?
Thank you for defining it as that mouth stank.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said. So,
Now, question.
yeah.
Now, if I have dirty teeth, is this is this practical? Like, oh no, I'm going to get cavities; they could hurt. Or does this also have to mean I also have yellow, nasty-looking teeth?
I'm going with yellow, nasty-looking teeth.
Yeah.
But dental hygiene for both is still pristine.
Oh, so I don't have cavities.
No,
in
this
either
it's not a factor. This is
So
just
this is look versus smell.
yes.
Yes.
Wow.
And here's here's what I'm curious about. Is it worse to see a person with yellow teeth, like really nasty yellow teeth, or worse to see a person that has a bunch of food stuck in their teeth? Because in one instance, you're looking at a person that can fix a problem. In the other, you're looking at a person that has clearly let their teeth get
Well,
to some
you just answered
pirate state.
I mean, you just answered the question. The worst thing is the nasty, rotted teeth. That is
Well, what
not-
kind of person are you? Do you tell someone they have food in their teeth?
I'm that kind of yeah, I tell them. Well, I guess not.
And
A random stranger, maybe not.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. What
Any
level
friend
of
level.
What
No.
level of friendship? So acquaintance?
You know, Mike, you're putting me to the test here because I thought I would tell people in all instances, but if it's a small enough piece, I've definitely gone the route of they'll figure it out.
You're at church.
Yeah.
Someone walks up to
Oh,
you.
no, you're right. I'm not saying that.
And you go, and you don't remember their name.
Oh.
But then eventually, oh, yeah, this is Bob. Bob's got just a whole celery stalk between his two front teeth.
I feel like this is
You're
the
letting
same,
them live that way?
This is the same rule as the
letting him do
fly
it.
is down. Like that.
Ooh.
Like if Bob's fly is down, I'm not telling him there either.
I feel like
But are you telling your wife? Or like you're like look,
That Bob's fly is
down.
Probably.
Check it out.
Maybe.
Look at his teeth. They're disgusting. Hey, Bob. How's it going? Nice to see you.
It's all about how casually can you say something like that, and it feels like the fly one is much more difficult than the piece of parsley in the teeth or something.
what, you're afraid they're going to say, what, were you staring?
I just feel like I would.
Are you staring at my crotch?
I would have to like do a symbol of him zipping up the fly and be like,
Oh, the old whistle?
yeah, just some sort of like little.
Hey, Bob. Zip, boop, dip, up.
Bad breath would be so intimidating for any conversation. If you know that it's unavoidable, you will have to awkwardly stand. You will have to move away from the close talker. You will have to talk in the opposite direction.
Yeah, you talk away from where they're looking, and you're kind of like blowing it out of your side of your mouth.
But the teeth, I mean, the dirty teeth, that's a very self-conscious thing, too. Both of these stink. Well, one of them stinks.
Yeah. I think I would. So reading this, I was sure that I was taking the fresh breath with dirty teeth. But if you're telling me that it's just basically like it looks just like rotten teeth, I think that you would. I think I would be judged more based on because like if I've got bad breath, everyone from time to time has bad breath. You ate something bad, or it's like, oh, this guy doesn't normally have bad breath, but he's
It's a bad day.
He ate a poop sandwich for lunch. I don't know what he did, but
I was gonna go with like cilantro,
it
but
smells like it. But I think if you see someone
poop
whose
works.
teeth are just wrecked, there's like, oh, this dude has more serious hygiene problems. So I'm gonna go with the bad breath and the pearly whites.
yeah, I lean that way too.
I'm going to open up a can I probably will regret opening up here.
Okay, whoa.
Can't wait.
But do you ever run into that situation where somebody's got like the very, very correctable, overt physical situation, and you just kind of wonder why they like
Talking about my weight?
no,
Dude, diet.
no, I'm talking about like the Canada-sized mole, right? The big hairy face mole.
Yes.
That you're like, you understand that. Look, it's 2020. We have the technology to very cleanly and quickly and affordably.
We've had tweezers for a very long time as well.
Well, you're not tweezing a mole off
No,
your
but
face.
you said it was hairy.
That's true. Good point, Mike.
Like,
you
a
could
hairy
step
mole
one
is-
is pull the hair out
yes,
of the. Yeah,
that's different than
Step two is remove the giant Canada-sized mole. But maybe it's something like that, or a really
But that's not as easy as you think. I mean, we all know what it's like to go with a dermatologist, and if you're going to get a mole removed,
yeah.
okay, I have to find a dermatologist, which is a ridiculous thing. Then I have to go schedule an appointment just so they can look at it and schedule another appointment.
Okay, yes, but you have
to cut something off my face.
You've
That's-
had 48
that's not as
years
easy.
to do that.
It's not as but
Do you
it's
just
not as easy.
Do you get to the point where you are moving on from caring? Is that just what's happened?
It depends on the status of your marriage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, let's
But
be
if
honest.
you're married, then you've already.
Exactly, the moles can stay. But if I'm single and
Do
I've
moles
gotta,
keep getting bigger?
If they do, that's when you're supposed to go to the
please
dermatologist.
go get it removed if it is changing shapes
or
or colors.
Yes.
PSA.
No,
Not a
look,
doctor.
you learn a lot here on this show.
Life advice. Yeah, I guess I'm always kind of, and it feels like a really judgy thing to say, to be like, why, to be thinking,
And
Why don't you get that removed?
Perhaps they love their mole.
No, get out of here. Nobody's like, I love this thing.
Do you think they name name them?
Didn't Marilyn Monroe? Like she has the big
Well,
mole.
okay.
There's like a beauty
Cindy
mark.
Crawford had a
Yes.
mole.
The difference between a beauty mark and a mole is
Diameter.
You calling it a beauty mark.
No, it's diameter. If you've got a tiny little thing, that
What's
could
the
be a
measurement?
beauty mark.
Give me the measurement. Was it 2 millimeters or
If it's
and under is all right?
yes, if it's over 2 millimeters in
it's also-
diameter, then nobody's going to be like, look at my beauty mark. Like,
It's also a matter of like, what else is distracting from that beauty mark mole? Like, would this really aid your physical appearance to remove that wart?
Please forgive my naivety here.
Okay.
But if I were to remove a large size mole on my face, I imagine that leaves a scar.
Yes.
So
Does it?
Yes.
They can't just freeze them off?
I don't think so.
Bing, bang, boom?
I think that's going to leave a scar. So it's like
Yeah, a wart you
what's
can freeze off.
better.
A mole, I don't
What's
think you can
better, a
freeze off.
scar or a hairy mole?
Like a natural mole or a scar. I don't know. But my
It does
point is,
depend, yeah.
The point is, maybe someone would be like, I don't want to go through the process that Mike just outlaid.
Right.
And maybe the fear of pain of removing it, only to still
you-
have a mark on your face.
You've had a mole removed, right?
Oh, mercy me.
All right, we can move on. We can move on. It's from a place that no one would have asked you to remove it. Well, maybe one person.
The thunder from down under.
All right.
Is no longer there.
It's no longer there.
Proud to report.
All right, I will we'll move on. HoboCop from Patreon.
Okay.
A Spitwad supporter writes in this would you rather question. Would you rather every time you blink lose your sight for 3 seconds, or every time you scratch an itch you become paralyzed for 5 seconds?
So obviously,
Implications.
becoming paralyzed is much more severe than a blip of, basically closing your eyes for 3 seconds. But
maybe.
definitely.
Well, I don't have to scratch an itch.
Yeah.
But that's the point.
I can be if I'm driving, I feel like the blinking one is worse.
If you're
Although-
driving,
yes.
you got to put on those goggles to hold your eyelids open.
You got to go Clockwork Orange. Hold them open.
If society
would be-
had this problem, you would have devices that would just moisturize your eyes for you, so you don't have to go blind all the time.
Or what you would do is you'd get up, you'd quickly get to that red light, and then you'd be like, oh, thank goodness I can blink. And then it's like a staring contest while you're going, who's going to blink first, you or are you going to get to that light? But
Does
then
the
all of a
timer
sudden-
reset? Like, can you get a bunch of blinks in, or are you stacking up moments
you're-
of blindness?
I think it's just stacking up upon
Oh, so if
itself.
I do 5 blinks, I got 15 seconds
That
to
is
wait?
correct.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, then I'm definitely taking the paralyzation.
Or at least resets the timer.
Yeah, but if you scratch that itch twice, what is a real bad itch? You normally need a few scratches. You're going to be paralyzed for 15 seconds.
I feel like this needs to be or paralyzed for 5 minutes. Because when's the last time you've scratched an itch? Genuinely.
All the time.
No, I'm not saying that I haven't
Andy's
scratched
scratching right
myself
now.
in years.
Once
But-
you say that, when's the last time? I'm like, ooh, that's itchy.
Yeah, but when's the last time you blinked? Because it was a couple seconds ago.
Never.
So
Theoretically, you might have to scratch your eye.
Oh, then you have two problems. Then
Yeah.
you're paralyzed and blind. There's a
I'm-
problem.
Yeah.
It has to be the itch.
Yeah,
Because
that's why he wants to make it more than 5 seconds.
You got to build up your mental toughness.
No, I think
have you
he's
ever
right.
tried to itch a spot with your brain?
What?
You've never tried to do that?
What does that even mean?
That means you have.
First of all, you meant scratch, right? Or do you mean itch?
I mean, you have something on your arm where it's itchy.
I am
meant
itching
scratch.
all over now. Right now, I can
I
feel
meant-
every
I'm covered
ounce of
in-
my skin.
I
is
meant
itchy.
scratch, but I'm saying where you have.
You're trying to conquer the
Yes,
the
you have
itch.
an uncontrollable itch on your leg, and you're like, I'm not going to scratch this. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take care of it.
I feel like
with
I could
mental
go.
fortitude.
Let's say you make this 5 minutes. I feel like I could go the rest of my life never scratching.
Well,
I could make that decision. I don't have to scratch.
till the mosquitoes get you.
Oh.
The mosquito would be a big problem.
Now, not itching or not scratching a mosquito bite.
There's no mental
That's-
fortitude
that's
in the
impossible.
world. That's
You ever did the allergy testing?
Yes.
Where they?
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about, Jason?
no, of course I know what you're talking
have
about.
you ever been tortured
But
for science?
you inferior humans with your allergies.
Well, believe it or not, anybody can get the test. You don't even have to have allergies.
Yeah, but why would you? Like,
Good point.
I'm not allergic to anything. Well, you want to scratch my back and put a bunch of chemicals on me?
But they basically just poke a bunch of holes in your back, teeny little marks, and then they put like a little bit of everything, a plant or what. I don't know how they put
grass, cats. They rub a cat on your back.
But then you're not allowed to scratch it. And I just remember like as a kid getting that done, and my mom would you could use a magazine to like waft air to try to make those itches go away. But that would
help? I feel like that would make it more
anything.
intensify.
Anything but sitting in it makes it better. Like if you are itchy right now, you are better off running around than you are standing there itchy.
Sure.
To distract you.
I can't believe that's how we figure things out. Do we still do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The scratch test is still
and
alive.
then
We
and
haven't
active.
improved upon that?
Then they put the leeches on.
You know, you bring up a
We've
good
been
point.
to the moon.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point.
We're
It's
like, hey, child, here's what we're going to do.
Poke.
Lay still while I poke you 40 times, and then I'm just going to pour liquid that you're allergic
It's
to.
like when I was first learning math, and the trial and error process was just like, I'll find the answer by getting it wrong 100 times until it works. I don't understand how to do this equation, but I'll just keep no, it's not that.
Right.
It's not that. There's got to be a better way. Like,
It is.
take a vial of my blood, go test it, tell me what I'm allergic to, as opposed to, well, let's try this. Let's see if you're allergic to cactus. Give me a cactus. I mean, that's what it feels like. You can do this test
That's
at home.
actually exactly what the allergists sound like. That's the weird thing.
You can do this test at home.
partner, we're going to get this figured out.
You don't need a pulmonologist.
And they wanna hunt
You just,
rabbits.
Like, is he allergic to cats? Yeah, I got a cat. Come here, Jehoshaphat. And then you just rub the cat all over it, and you say, give it 15 seconds.
Now tell me, when I poke you with this needle, does it hurt?
You are not allergic to hypodermic needles.
Hey, this one's sharp. Nelda, this one's sharp.
Why are we all Yosemite Sam?
I don't know.
Get Jehoshaphat in here.
Yeah, let's see how you react to poison. Oh, turns out you're allergic to poison.
You should get that checked.
You should get that checked.
You got another one allergic to poison.
That'll be $50.
You never believe this.
I hate-
100% of people allergic to poison.
I'm yet to find one.
So far, we keep testing.
Everybody says I don't have allergies. I say, take this poison. You allergic to poison? You sure are.
It is so dizzy. It is really sad to know that every 50 years that goes by, you're going to look back to the science of 50 years before like we were dumb.
Every now and then I think, like, what are the things that are going on right now?
Yes,
Yeah.
there are dumb things we're doing right now,
well,
like
They're
that.
called allergy tests because they figured this out in 1870. They said that this is good enough. We will not improve.
It worked for Pat. It
ever
worked
been-
for me.
You allergic to a rattlesnake? Hold your arm out.
Yeah, looks like there's a reaction there.
Does he pull a whip out?
That was the snake. The snake was viciously attacking.
Oh my goodness. All right. I don't think we need to answer anymore. Paralyzed. Not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'll take.
It's
the
would you rather.
I'll take the blinking.
All right. We have. We have 3 segments. That means I'm moving on.
That's a great question.
Matt from the website. You can no longer see one color for the rest of your life. What color do you choose?
Oh, can no longer see.
So you are eliminating one color from, from your vision forever. This reminds me of like when you run out of one of the 3 vials of ink in your printer. It affects all the other things you
That's
print,
true.
right?
Can
Yes.
we take 1 second to just shame printer manufacturers everywhere? Because when I'm out of color and you won't let me print in black and white, and I've got there's plenty of black ink, but I'm out of cyan, and they're like, and I'm just printing black and white, and I click the black and white button, and it's like, no, not until you replace the blue. I'm like, no, I don't need
Hey,
blue.
here's an idea.
Here's an idea.
We're going to get rid of all them printing if he runs out of blue.
I mean, that's
There's a snake.
No,
back
that's a fair shame.
It's-
That's very fair.
That should be
yeah,
illegal.
and
That's-
they wipe the tears of shame from their face with their $100
Yeah.
bills.
So if I have to eliminate,
sorry,
if I have to
Jason.
eliminate one color, obviously you eliminate. You got to eliminate all the implications, right? You've got no blue. You're not going to get any purple stuff either.
Well,
right?
I don't think you want to go that far.
Not that far. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're just eliminating. What's a color you don't like?
Yellow?
Yellow is kind of nasty.
Well, I feel like if I eliminated yellow, I would always believe I'm healthier. Because you know what I mean?
I want to know why.
Well,
You got
when you look at your urine,
a pee problem.
and I'm just saying, if it's really yellow, I think, I need to drink more water. I'm dehydrated.
So you'd like to be deceived.
I would like to believe in myself.
Usually when your pee's that yellow, there's another spider sense tingling in your nostrils saying
That's true.
there's a problem here.
That's true. Oh, honey, come smell this.
Is that poison?
Am I being poisoned?
What is this back?
It's
Oh
not
my
going
goodness.
away. It's not going
That
away.
tangles the nostrils.
Tangles?
It tangles them.
Oh my goodness!
If you can't, okay. Well, before I ask this
These
question,
guys are allergic to grizzly bears.
what color is the sun?
Yellow.
Okay, that's what I think of too.
Sure,
So
yeah.
if you say I can't see yellow anymore, now what does the sun look like?
Just so
It's
you
just
know, I
bright.
don't stare at the sun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever look at it.
The color of the sun doesn't affect me as much as how it lights things up.
Right.
just saying. What
This is a weird question because just eliminating one color.
yellow was my initial thought of like if I can't see yellow anymore, then that happens.
Now, it does say you will no longer see one color. Does that mean those things become invisible?
That's true.
I am just curious about that.
I
That's
think,
why I was
or do they just
basically what I
become
was
black
asking.
And white?
And also, I wouldn't want to eliminate anything in the traffic light
It probably has-
category,
Ooh,
right? Because
ooh.
that could be a problem.
There's no,
It
so you
basically
don't,
has to go grayscale. I think that's what has to happen.
Okay.
That's all I mean. It can be,
I
brighter,
think,
darker.
I think the world would.
I already don't see color, Mike.
I think that the world would almost unanimously remove yellow. I think it's the most hated color.
I enjoy it.
Now,
and-
is that because of the flavors?
No, it's
Everything
because
that's yellow
banana
is a
great.
crappy flavor.
That's not true. Banana is a great
All right,
flavor.
I'm just
Banana
thinking of
runs
lemons.
are great. No, it's because of pee. It's 100% because of pee. Like, don't eat the yellow snow. You know, that's
Yeah.
pee. The yellow is bad because of pee. That's 100% true.
Okay.
The only two colors you're going to eliminate are yellow and brown, and you know why. I mean, let's be
All right.
honest.
All right. Yeah, because grayscale poop. That is.
What color is this in the toilet? The toilets.
I like how much you like yourself talking like that.
I really enjoy it. I'm real.
Well,
I think
listen.
the rest of the show is the
You should-
wildest
you
ride
should
in the
re-
wilderness.
Read this next great question. It comes in from Abigail, so it might as well be
Okay.
in that voice.
Oh, from Abigail on the website. If you could arrange for any living person in the world to hear a full episode of Spitballers podcast, who'd it be and why?
Okay.
Why did you turn into Harry Carey at the end?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
One living person to hear a full episode of the show.
Okay. That's an interesting question because there's a lot of different ways you could go.
What popped into your head first? Because there were two things for whatever reason. It was the Queen and the Pope.
Wow.
I don't know why.
I would not want the
Wow.
Pope to listen to an entire episode of the Spitballers
But it's
podcast.
almost like I just want to see what would happen.
Is the Pope allowed to laugh, or does he just like move his
The
shoulders?
shoulders move.
His shoulders move up and down.
Is the Pope I'm pretty sure the Pope's job is not to just be like not enjoying things.
I'm amused
Why is he moving his shoulders like
because
that?
he's
That's how he
holding.
laughs.
He's holding the laugh back.
You think he would laugh at us?
Oh.
His shoulders would move at least a
You
little
ever
bit.
drink? Hey, Pope, you ever drink poison? Of course he'd laugh at us.
I don't know why the Queen and the Pope popped into my head first.
It's like two names.
Queen.
I don't know why. Because
That-
I'm thinking of
very
our
interesting.
show as, believe it or not, no, this is going to be hard to hear for both of you,
All right.
as slightly, kind of, sort of,
Careful.
elementary,
I accept.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
childish.
Okay. Yeah.
So then I'm trying to think of the most opposite to that to
Now-
see if I can make that person laugh.
Okay, I was gonna say it's so that you feel like if you make the Queen break,
Oh,
If
Wow.
the Queen approves this
Wow,
podcast, we're
we're-
getting at least 50 more listeners.
If we could get the entire Queen's Guard.
Well, 2 less because the royal family's getting smaller.
If you got the Queen's Guard to have AirPods and they all had to listen to this episode and never once break.
Are the Queen's Guards the ones who can't move?
I think those are the ones that are not allowed to move or laugh or break or anything. You can go right up and
Yeah, the nutcrackers.
yeah, you can lick their face and they're
I don't think you can lick their face. I think they're
watch me.
I think if you physically touch them, they're allowed to fight back.
That's fair. I haven't tried it yet. I don't recommend it, but
He would sit there and he'd be like, "I'm gonna lick your face. I'm gonna lick your face right now."
His tongue up.
Here comes.
the first 2 things that came to mind for
Howdy,
me
partner.
on who was,
You want them nutcrackers?
I want that guy to listen to the podcast. He'd love it.
Yosemite Sam.
So like I think to myself, I want like the Dude Perfect guys to listen,
Ooh,
just so
yeah.
we can become best friends.
Yes,
You know
those
what I mean?
guys
Like,
are awesome.
Let's do a home and home. We'll go on your show. You come on our show. Even
Same
trade,
benefit.
even Swapski.
We have a 12 in our listenership too.
That's right.
Like dozen to 12 million
I think you should make an official offer. I think that's a fair offer.
to Mr. Dude.
We give you permission
It's
to
Mr.
listen.
Perfect.
Oh,
To
no,
our
because
show.
Mr. Perfect's a wrestler.
Okay.
I'm perfect.
Only you know that, Mike.
Or Lorne Michaels also comes to mind. Like,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
Lorne, you out there?
All right.
All right. Do you have anybody that pops into your head, Mike?
Just like the weird thing that you had of like trying to make the Queen laugh.
Yeah.
I was like, I think we can make Elon Musk laugh.
Oh, I don't want to watch him laugh. I feel like that would be like a disturbing.
What would his laugh
What does a
sound?
You
robot
haven't
look
heard
like?
his laugh?
No.
Oh.
It's got to be nerdy.
It's a real nerdy laugh.
I saw a gif of him dancing the other day. It was
the
real
laugh.
special.
The laugh is better than the dance.
Possible not to be. Life advice?
All right.
It's been a while.
Spitballers to the rescue.
I almost jumped in there. I forgot that it.
That he
keeps going.
says something.
Dustin from Twitter. When the waitress asks the question, is this together or separate? What is the standard protocol? Who speaks first? Is it who invited who? Or the oldest? Or the most people in the party? Or what? What is the protocol?
Okay. I see what's going on here.
I feel like it's usually the one in charge. And by that, I mean you know what I'm talking about. You're at dinner, and there's the one that's in charge. And maybe there's 2 ones in charge, you know, like
That's what I think what he's asking for. Because it's sometimes you have the 2 people. Because by in charge, you mean just the one driving the conversation?
I think it's
The
beyond
tallest?
that. No,
You're jockeying for a position of this class warfare at the restaurant.
I think it would be zombie apocalypse comes, who's our leader?
Okay.
That, like, the same exact these are mirror questions of who decides
But now-
who's going to split the check.
But now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Let's say you are following said leader. We'll just call him Rick Grimes for now,
Okay.
because you brought up the zombie apocalypse. You're at dinner with Rick Grimes. He is this leader that you're talking about, and of the dinner. Mm-hmm. The check comes out, and Rick Grimes says, "Oh no, we're going to split."
Yeah.
Now, what's your opinion of Mr. Rick Grimes? Because it's no longer favorable.
You trust your leader.
Yeah, then we split. That's my point.
Oh no!
Here's what
if
I-
he doesn't
Rick
pick
says
it up.
split, we split.
Well, so Mike's version of a leader is somebody who pays the bill.
You're darn right.
So you need them to pay for you. Here's what I'm curious about, though.
You want to lead?
I really want to know the protocol here, because I feel when I go out with a group, even if we are going to split the bill, I feel this sense of obligation. Like, I'd like to make it as easy as possible on the waiter or waitress. So, like, I prefer to just one person pays the bill. Everybody else can sort it out later.
Interesting.
And because, you know, when I go out with certain people,
It's a lot easier.
we
now.
just Zelle each other money,
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot
or
easier.
the Cash App or whatever, and then, you know,
I mean, the real solution to this problem
because
is
people sit all over the place when you split up parties.
Yes, I mean that can be an issue, but I feel like usually this is just preparation. This is you sit down and when
True.
you order and you say,
That's true.
"We're on 2 separate tickets. Let's put our order in first. Then it's easier
Still a little more
for the
work.
wait staff
Still a little more work.
than having to do
What's easier, one order or two orders? One ticket or
for
two
me?
tickets? No, not for
Me,
you. For
it's the same
them.
amount of ease.
For them.
Jason's order is 2 orders.
Right?
He always gets 2 tickets.
So I'm going to say that you should say up front whether it's together or separate. And if you don't establish that, the person who would lead you in an apocalypse makes the decision. And
Okay.
whatever they say goes. Period.
All right.
I'm going to just go with that advice there. I'm going to move on to another question. You guys don't see it because it's very timely, and I need to know the answer to this.
Oh.
Because you guys might have seen the video, and I was really surprised that it was dividing the internet.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm curious what
if it is what you're talking
It
about.
is.
I don't have a
So
clue.
there's a video out there right now of a gentleman who is sitting in the
How
back.
dare you call him a gentleman?
I agree with you on
Oh,
that.
I know the video.
There is a man who is sitting at the back of a plane. His seat does not recline. The woman in front of him has chosen to recline her seat. He has chosen to repay her by punching the back of her seat over and over and over again.
And over and over
Now-
and over.
Clearly, we would all agree, based especially on Mike's reply there, that this man was in the wrong because he was acting like a child. He was abusing this woman's right to her seat and space, and it was ridiculous. And obviously, a lot of people have come out and said, like, look, if this is a 250-pound man in front of him, there's no way he's doing this because this guy's going to get up and punch him in the face.
100%.
So he's I think we all agree that that man in that instance is in the wrong. But if you read people's comments, Reddit, Twitter, everywhere else, not defending him, but the debate is whether it is actually allowed to ever recline a seat ever in an airplane. And the majority opinion that I've read is that it is rude, it is considered rude, and you should never, ever recline your seat ever.
The vocal
And it was
minority.
shocking to me because I didn't know this.
The vocal minority on this topic was unbelievable. When I saw it and I looked at her post, and the first 50 responses were just lambasting her for reclining into his space, and I'm like,
So I don't.
what?
I don't want to try him and her. I
Okay,
just want to ask the
okay.
question of actual plane etiquette, because a lot of people that fly a lot, they say it is rude to recline at all, or they say it is rude to recline if your flight is under 4 hours. So basically, because you can't and there are products out there that you can buy.
Yes, I've seen
that
those.
you can hook onto the tray that will stop the seat from moving backwards.
So you're saying you can buy a product that stops the seat from doing what it was designed to do.
Now, that would be one person's opinion, that it is designed to recline, therefore it is your right to recline. That's how I've always approached it. If someone in front of me is reclined, I have never once thought they're evil, because I'm like,
Nope.
I might think to myself, that sucks because I'm tall. But there are people out there that think, and I would say it's the majority, believe that it is rude to recline at all. It should not be an option on an airplane. Obviously, we know plane space is minute. You have
Yes.
no room. People need to move around. Deep vein thrombosis can get you. So what do you think? What is the right life advice etiquette? If you're on
Are
a plane,
you allowed to recline?
are you allowed to recline?
100% you are allowed to recline, and this is coming from I'm not a
You're a tall man.
I consider myself slightly above. What's the average height?
Average height is actually short. It's
Is it 5'9" or 5'10"?
yeah, I think it's 5'9".
so.
The average height of a man. Oh, this can't be right. It's 5 feet 6 inches.
No,
That's
that seems-
that's bad
Well,
information.
then great.
Then
Even
you're
better for my
you're
argument.
A giant.
Sorry, 5'9".
Okay,
in,
see,
in,
that's-
in
and that-
America.
that sounds about right. So that would, I guess, that would make me tall because I'm 6 feet tall.
You are not. You are way
6'1".
taller than 6
I'm almost
feet.
6'1", but I say 6 feet because I'm not one of the guys. I don't round up.
I'm 5'11" and a half, and you're 2 inches taller than me.
Okay.
You're
fine.
6'2".
But
Let's hear the
back to the argument is I'm tall. Sitting in an airplane, it sucks. It's uncomfortable. If someone reclines in front of me, that is 100% what they are allowed to do. I don't get upset with them. I recline my seat.
But
That's
then
what I
question,
do.
but then the question becomes in the back row.
Okay, guess
that
what?
Person can't.
You should have bought your ticket earlier. You should have got to the airport earlier. Don't get mad because you were the procrastinator. Now, some of the maybe there's things out of your control that you had to get a last-second flight.
Mike,
You had to do it.
I just don't think I've ever heard you speak wiser or more truth into
This is
existence
fantastic.
than this, because that's that person's fault.
Yes.
You got the crappiest seat.
Well, as
You
far
still
as I'm
bought it.
concerned, if the plane puts a button
Yes.
in your armrest to allow you to do something with your seat, it is within your rights. Now, if you want to be considerate,
Are
of
you
the
allowed to go to the bathroom on a plane? It might smell bad. Do they have bathrooms on the plane? Yes, I'm allowed to use it. If the button is there,
Now,
two skis on the plane.
this can be a very golden rule situation, right? If you don't want people to recline on you, you can choose not to recline out of consideration.
and that's very kind of you. I hope you sit in front of me.
Exactly. Now there are people. You could also be polite and ask somebody like, "Hey, would you mind moving it up?" You could ask. I mean, you can do that. There was somebody that I read that every time the person in front of them reclines their seat, they aim their air on the top of their head.
Ooh.
and
then
I
if-
would say, thank you. Thank you for making my flight even better.
Well, I guess some people don't like that, and so when the person finally says, "Don't do that," they're like, "Well, I will trade you not aiming it at you for moving your seat back up."
Honestly,
People are the worst.
People are not great.
People are very strange. The time where I will be considerate of thinking about the person behind me when it comes to reclining is if there's an actual food service.
Oh, for
And I'm not
sure.
talking about they've come through with the sodas and the peanuts, but if there's an actual meal, and I don't even know if we really do that anymore, but if there is a meal time that's happening for everybody, I will move my chair up.
I feel like that should be an announcement on the plane. Like,
Yes.
please raise
Now,
your
just to be
chairs
fair-
up for meal service.
Just to be fair, the logic you applied to being able to recline your seat applies equally for meal service. You have
Well,
the
yeah.
ability and capability.
And I'm just saying that's when I will take it into account. And if the person in front of me keeps their chair reclined the entire time,
Even during the meal
yeah,
service?
then that's
don't-
their right
You don't
to do
punch
that.
their seat over and over again forever? How could you
No,
not do
because
that?
I'm not 5 years old.
Yeah, I luckily, maybe where I was looking, I didn't find people defending his actions. I saw people saying, yeah, she's not being considerate, but not that she deserved to have her seat punched.
Oh, I saw so many people
I
say he was doing the
I
right thing.
can't-
Sweeping the internet.
I can't fathom that anyone is on that side.
It's unbelievable, but they're out there.
All right.
They're just not spitwads.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, we've done one of these style drafts before. It was a whole lot of fun. We did NFL Mascot Battle Royale. So we were drafting NFL teams by their mascot. We each get 4 picks. We're thrown into a coliseum. Man, this coliseum's getting a lot of work,
Yeah.
right? But
We should just buy it.
great staff. Yeah, we shouldn't be renting.
No,
I don't know why we're
not at
renting
this
this thing.
point.
That's embarrassing. It's expensive, though, to buy a coliseum, to be honest. Maybe we can get some of that Dude Perfect money. We can get a coliseum. That's all I'm saying.
Dude.
But we're doing NBA Mascot Battle Royale. You can pick from every NBA team.
Like the Jazz.
You can go with the Jazz.
I did get a quartet my last time around with the Bills.
Now, I've decided not to really think much about this draft, even though I have the first pick,
Perfect.
because I would like to let it come to me. This Battle Royale situation, I'm fighting Mike, I'm fighting Jason. I need to be able to react to the picks that you make and counter them.
Good luck reacting to the pick I have not made.
Now, there are several that I would think about for the first pick in the draft. There's only one I get to select. And I'm going to go with the Washington Wizards.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
All
take
right.
Magic because I know how important these Coliseums and Magic seem to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a team of,
Interesting.
of Wizards because it's plural, right? I got several Wizards,
Yes.
and they're going to be my, front line in this battle.
I assumed that would be my pick because I thought that
You doing all right there?
while that is a good pick, I didn't think that either of you would want that as like
I have
tops.
it very high on my list, but it wasn't in fact my number one
So
pick.
I assumed it would be my third, but I do believe that
It's a great
is
pick.
the best pick because who's top of the food chain, Mike?
In what?
In
Right now?
Earth.
Humans.
Correct. Why?
Because we have
Weapons.
Because they're not wizards.
Weapons. What's better, a gun or a wand? I mean, if it was real,
Honestly,
A wand.
I think it's a wand.
Sure, but my point is, if you've got a team of wizards,
It's a wand.
yeah.
So I'm going with the Wizards.
Maybe.
I understand. Look, there are a lot of different teams. There are a lot of different ideas and concepts. I'm looking forward to the arguments behind your picks, but I think my argument is very simple.
It is.
I have a team of wizards with magical powers. Go on.
It is outstanding. I'm going to...
Now, they used to be, Jason, you brought up the
Yes.
guns. I mean, they used to be the Washington Bullets.
Yes, and they
So
upgraded.
they pivoted to the Wizards.
All right. Well, my first pick will be full of clever girls.
I thought that would,
Because
yeah.
I will take the Toronto Raptors.
I like that pick. That was my number 2. That was definitely my number 2. You have a bunch of Raptors in a
Yes.
Coliseum. It seems very...
I've seen enough Jurassic Parks to know that the Toronto Raptors would be apex predators if they were around today, even above human beings.
I agree, and that's
Humans
why...
try
that's
to
why
control them, and they lose every time.
My Wizards would likely not try to destroy them, but rather cast a spell and ride them. That would be their plan. So you've got the Raptors as your
Yep.
first pick. I've got the Wizards. Jason, you're sitting there. You got 2 picks
I got
that will
2
both be not quite as good.
That's 100% true. I mean, that's the clear 101 and 102. Those are the picks.
You could go. What is a Knickerbocker? I mean, you could go the New York Knicks.
I always assumed Knickerbockers were underpants.
Those would be Knickers.
I think that is correct. I have no idea.
Close enough.
Yeah, those
And
would be like your Knickers.
There are.
Yeah, my Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
I'll take the Miami Heat.
Listen, Knickerbockers or knickers are a form of men's.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Trousers.
Yes. Wait, then the New York Knickerbockers
The New York-
are underwear?
The New York Undies.
Now wait, this website says that, and this website is the NBA.com. NBA.com.
Wait, the NBA?
No, NBA.com.
Okay.
The term Knickerbockers traces its origin to the Dutch settlers who came to the New World.
Okay, so
Specifically, it refers to the style of pants they wore.
Wow.
So it is 100% exactly what you
well,
think.
look, when you're in a battle royale, you don't want to have your stuff hanging out.
No.
You got to
need-
cover up.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm tempted, but I'm gonna I think I might get that. In
You've got
another
a
round or
twofer
two.
though, so like you could take someone and then clothe them.
You could go Knickerbockers and jazz.
All right.
Yes.
Look,
Jazz soothes.
I
the
don't
savage
know
beast.
my second pick yet, but I know my first one. Okay.
Okay.
We've got Jay Grizz, who
Yep.
gets a lot of love around these
I
parts.
thought this was going to be my pick.
and I was hoping that would be your pick so
Right.
that I could get the Raptors, but I'm definitely going Memphis Grizzlies because some Grizzly Bears in there.
Yep.
I mean, if
Gotta have
you got to fight some Raptors and some Wizards,
Yeah, why not have a grizzly?
I would like some Grizzly Bears, please.
Okay.
Now here's where it gets
I'm taking the poison.
it gets. I'll take the New York allergies. Oh man, this gets really tough. It falls off a cliff from here.
What?
To me, it does.
No,
Yeah, look-
I've got 2 more that I really want, so I hope you don't take them.
So I'm gonna.
yeah, all right, let's hear it.
All right, I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna take.
Look, before you
Please,
get to it,
no, let him say it.
I know, but I just want to say, like, I'm with you that there are some picks in here that my brain can justify this as this should have been the first pick taken overall.
Right.
Because if you really think about it,
Yeah.
you're OP.
Yeah.
But let's hear your pick.
So this is weird, but I don't
Wild.
know. I don't know how you're going to fight me. I know how I'm going to fight you.
Yes.
And I am taking the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh crap! Oh crap! That's not lightning.
That is not lightning.
That sound.
So you are
Oh no! What have I done? What have I done?
boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna scare you with those loud cracks.
Yeah, you've got some. You startle me.
If we have any babies or small animals,
Why are they
it
the
will be
thunder? Why are they the thunder? And why is Thor then the god of thunder?
That's a great question.
That's so stupid. He controls the sound, but I see him with the lightning.
Your brain associated Thor with thunder, so you thought you had lightning?
I wanted to strike lightning down on you guys. You can't attack me. I can attack you, but thunder is just the sound. I am an idiot.
You realized it quick, though.
But I realized it after an official declaration of my draft pick, and I knew you guys would not let me out of that. That was the worst possible timing.
So you
Oh,
have
I'm
the
so
Grizzlies,
stupid.
and then you also have some thunder.
really loud noises.
You better
Okay.
get headphones for your own team.
Man.
All right, Mike,
I'm
you're
off
up.
to a good start.
All right.
Leave all of those type of things for me.
Then I will do that. All right. I don't know how I'm going to use this next teammate of mine, but the definition of
Uh-oh. That's a good start.
Well, I just want to make sure that I'm doing a counter argument before the argument comes.
Webster's defines this as a good pick.
No. It is a missile, spacecraft, aircraft, or other vehicle. These are all the things that it could be.
You're going with the Rockets.
I will take the Houston Rockets,
That was basically like my thunder pick,
But a good one.
except like
except I have missiles.
yeah, I was thinking lightning. But the thing is once your missiles go, they're gone. You know what I mean? Like that's why I wanted the thunder. I didn't. I wanted lightning.
Let me ask you this, Jason. If we're in a Coliseum, how many missiles do you think I need?
Well, there's
one.
some collateral damage issues that you could have. Your Raptors.
As long as I have one other missile still alive, technically I win.
So you're willing to take down some of everybody at the same
This
time.
team is willing to do what it has to do.
So
Victory at all costs.
So your team is now the Raptors and the Rockets. Jason has the Thunder and the Grizzlies. I have the Wizards, and now I have 2 picks.
Yes.
That is correct.
Interesting. I could blaze some trails. That's an option that I
Spoiler.
could do. I could make it generally warm in the Coliseum.
There are multiple ways you could take the
Yeah.
Heat or the Suns.
Yeah, the Suns is interesting because I feel like maybe, like, does that mean I get?
You just melt the whole Coliseum.
Yeah, that's trouble. I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
Okay.
The Warriors. I need some front line. Like the Wizards. Let's be honest. They're not
need a
hand to
meat
hand.
shield
I
for
need
my
some meat
Raptors?
shields for. They need to take the damage from the Raptors, while
Meat shields.
my Wizards are casting spells. But now, I'm actually gonna go.
Ooh, man.
Oh, that's right. You get 2.
I
I'm
almost
wait,
threw
you
up
just
my
picked.
pick.
You almost threw it
I was
out.
all
Dang
in
it.
You almost
Andy.
pulled the Holloway.
Yeah.
I am going to make a mistake. But I don't want you to have this pick.
Oh.
So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to give it to my Warriors. I'm taking the Orlando Magic. I'm giving the Magic to the Warriors. So now my Wizards and my Warriors, they both got Magic.
I would have
thought
taken
you-
the Magic.
I
That would have
thought
been
you
my
were-
next pick.
Now
for
I'm
sure.
worried about somebody countering my Wizards, so I need the Magic.
I thought you were going to give your Warriors Nets.
I thought about it. I really did. I thought
my
Nets would come back to me in the last round, to be honest with you.
I
will.
think it will.
They will.
Okay, so I'm taking the Magic because I don't want you guys to have anything to combat my Wizards with. So I've got the Wizards,
Yeah, we
the
will
Warriors,
see.
and the Magic.
We'll see how much the people respect the Magic attack.
All right.
Usually they respect it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm taking
Based on Elsa.
the genie.
Based on previous polls we've had.
All right.
So I have 2 picks that I'm weighing, and in my head I'm fighting them against each other. I'm running multiple scenarios, and I think at the end I just gotta get the girth. I gotta get the weight, so I will take the Bulls.
It's a good pick.
I wanted the Magic or the Bulls. And
Excellent.
So
That's-
Mike's team is just, I can just picture it in my mind.
Yes.
This front line, Bulls are charging in, Raptors are leaping in, and Rockets are flying at me.
Honestly, the Rockets are just the backup plan.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go 3-team, and then if my 3 teams don't get
You
it
send
done,
one
I
Rocket
send
in.
one-
Well, you need a king then. You need a king
Ooh.
standing in the background, and he says, fire the Rockets, and then the guy looks at him and goes, but our men are
sir."
out there.
yes.
I
And then
said, fire the Rockets.
That's not a bad thought. Now that being said, if I was going to try to prevent
Fire all of them.
if I was going to try to prevent a rocket attack from killing me, you want to know what I would want?
Missile defense
Thunder.
system.
Some magic.
Oh,
Shields
Yes.
up. But I don't have it. I don't have the Magic
can't
or
take
the
Magic.
Wizards.
you were in some trouble because you got 2 picks, right?
Yeah, I got 2 bad picks coming. So I'm just going to have fun here. I know how badly Mike hates this. And as the leader of his team, I want to instill terror and horror into your life. So I am taking the Hornets.
Yeah.
I will take the New Orleans Hornets. They might not win the fight, but they will cause mayhem everywhere.
That's a lot of.
You know who the Hornets will be a problem for? The Warriors.
Yes, the Warriors.
My Bulls and Raptors will be mostly okay.
Yeah, but the Warriors are going down to the Hornets.
Yes,
they're
they
just
are.
running. They're gone now.
Bulls, Raptors, Warriors, they all got eyeballs. And those Hornets, they shoot their
That's
shot,
fair.
you know?
That's fair.
Yes, I wanted the Hornets with my last pick.
Yeah.
So
and now,
nice selection.
Now we have a problem.
Now you could get some Nuggets.
Gold. Hey, look, money wins wars, right?
Pistons?
That's true.
Take
That's
the gold
true.
nuggets and then
Is there anything you can combine with Thunder that might make Thunder valuable?
yes,
Lightning.
magic.
Oh, dang it.
But you took it.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, I'm just seeing how big a gap I can lose by.
You could throw some Spurs out there on the field for people to step on.
Well, I don't want the Warriors to also have Spurs, so maybe this is like a keep away.
Go
game.
for it.
Man, why are the Celtics called the Celtics?
And why are they not the Celtics?
Yeah, because aren't they? Isn't
don't
what
know.
they are the Celtics? Like, isn't that what the Celtics are? Is
they
like,
definitely use a shamrock.
aren't they named after the Celtics?
I thought so.
And it's spelled like the Celtics.
It sounds like whoever owned the team at one time didn't know it was pronounced Celtics, and he said, "Oh, we're the team Celtics," and then everyone around is like,
okay.
just go with it, man. Don't do anything."
All right. So in this case, I am going to have to select a team, and I'm between two, and I'm going to do a quick look of what one of them is.
The name has a great basketball tradition from the old original Celtics in New York, and Boston is full of Irishmen.
Yeah, so
also
why
known
aren't
as
they the Celtics?
Celtics.
Yeah, that's what they said.
All right. I am going to take the Bobcats because a nice warrior
Oh, gosh.
cat.
You sound so defeated.
Well, I've lost.
You just took a
That
tiny
is. Do
kitty
you know
cat.
how big a bobcat is?
Pretty small.
I mean, like they could do some work, but like literally one-on-one, a person
My team
can
is-
defeat a bobcat.
My team.
19 pounds.
The Bobcats?
Wait.
I don't think they're still a team.
Oh, they are not.
Yes, that's right. So I'm back on the clock.
Yeah, you lucky.
That's right.
You
For the
didn't draft the
record-
19-pound cat.
For the record, I am drafting based on a list Andy gave me. So thanks for that. And
Wow,
also
good call, Brooks.
the judge just getting it done over there. In that case, I'm going to go with hopefully a larger animal. I have no idea how big.
That's right. The Hornets are the Pelicans, and New Orleans became the Pelicans, and the
Yes.
Hornets went back to Charlotte.
Yes,
There we go.
So you can draft a Pelican, is what I'm saying.
the Pelicans are mean, man.
Yeah, they could store some.
I did
they are
not
mean.
know that
Some
bobcats
fish.
are that small.
they're
I
smaller.
thought
yeah.
I was drafting like a jaguar.
You.
I was
weren't.
not. So how big are Timberwolves? If I were to ask.
They're a standard wolf.
That's what I wanted to pick.
They're a good pick.
Well, then I'll take the
They're a great
Timberwolves.
I
pick.
was laughing at your selection of Bobcats because I was then going to take Timberwolves.
So
a far superior animal in a fight.
I Googled Timberwolves because I wanted to see them. But only thing that came up was the NBA team. I went to images, and it's just
Kevin
the
Garnett
NBA
is
team.
humongous.
So I will take Timberwolves.
Yeah, I
And-
think that's a great.
Thank you.
So your final team is the Grizzlies, some scary Thunder, as Brooks wrote it in, Hornets, and Timberwolves. You actually don't have a bad draft. And the Thunder itself, you know.
I'm hoping that on the polls, people
Yeah, they think
are
it's like
stupid as well as I am, and they go, "Ooh, how are you going to defeat Thunder?"
yeah. There you go.
Because
What
in
is-
fairness, actually this
What's
is a
their
great
picture?
pick. No, think about this. This is last man standing, right?
Thunder can never die.
How are you defeating Thunder? What are you going to do? Nothing. I win.
Well, how do
Eternity.
the way I picture it is you have a finite amount of Thunder cracks,
Well, no, because
so you're just not going to use them.
yeah. I'm there forever.
So he drafted Clouds.
That's right. Kill me. Can't do it.
Maybe the Sun will.
Oh well, draft it.
Yeah,
All right.
Mike. Draft
No.
it. Counter it.
All right, I'm upset. I was hoping I would get the Timberwolves to complete my Animals and Rockets team.
Yeah, we're running out of the decisive.
Yes. And I looked up, in fact, what is a clipper? And those are like named basically after boats. So
I thought it was.
It's not a dude running through with nail clippers.
How do boats work?
That was your hope?
I was really hoping for
if
that.
If it was a dude with nail clippers, I would have drafted
I was
it.
all in.
Coliseum doesn't have water, in case you guys are curious.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yes, you have. All right, I'm gonna get an aerial attack. I'll take the Hawks.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, they were pretty much
Because the Hawks
last.
were kind of the last one I wanted, so I will, in fact, either have to draft. It's between the Phoenix Suns, so that I can assuage any of this Thunder lasts forever thought, or the Miami Heat if I want to, stay warm, or what was going to be my last pick. I'm just going with it. I'm taking the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow. So you're taking the Nets for the Warriors.
I am throwing. Yeah, the Warriors now have Magic and nets.
Now wait, are these nets alive?
They are nets that you toss out onto creatures.
It's got ropes.
Look how many animals.
But are they alive?
No, they're not alive.
No.
You ever seen an alive net?
No, I have not, but I've also never seen a battle royale with magic.
Look, it is not a matter of everything being alive. It's a matter of winning. And I think I can win by throwing a net over a Grizzly, probably not the Hornets, Timberwolves, Raptors, Hawks.
Throw it on Thunder. Good luck.
These can all be done. I'm taking the net.
I thought you would have taken the Kings because you've got like this human army. And I feel like if you got Warriors and Wizards and Kings, now all of a sudden I see not 5 guys out there fighting, but I see an army.
As far as I'm concerned, the only way I'm losing with Wizards on this team is if some sort of animal gets through the Warriors and gets through the nets that I've thrown out there and is able to eat these Wizards before they can cast a long incantation.
I hope they have good spells of protection.
The first pick in the draft, so they must.
Like, honestly, when I was talking about like what pick should be number 1, like I legit think that the Suns should be the number 1 pick. How do you not win a fight?
You just got to wait a couple billion years. That sun's gonna burn out any minute.
You don't even have to. You're the sun.
When I pictured the Suns,
you can't be harmed.
I figured, you look at the basketball logo. These are they're almost like meteors coming down onto the battlefield.
Even better.
Yeah, that's why I thought they'd be good, but I was afraid I'd get stuck in outer space waiting for a supernova.
Yeah, I feel like in the polls it would not perform, but
no.
In my head it's number 1.
All right, Mike, Raptors, Rockets, Bulls, and Hawks. Jason, Grizzlies, Thunder, Hornets, Timberwolves. I have the Wizards, Warriors, Magic, and Nets.
What did we learn today?
I feel like I know what Jason learned.
I learned the allergy tests for thinking yesteryear.
They do seem a little antiquated.
Yeah.
I did learn that. I also learned that you had a confusion issue with thunder and lightning.
I'm sure
At
that
least
happens
for a
a lot.
brief moment.
I mean, I know the difference.
Thunder
I knew
is
the
imposing.
difference.
You would have an intimidation factor without question. Like on the pre-battle warm-up show, you would hear
Oh,
a
you'd
lot
be
of
scared.
boom.
You'd be scared out
Yeah,
there. But you also can't defeat me. It's the best pick.
All right, Mike, did you learn anything special today?
I learned that apparently a lot of people are not into reclining seats. They think it's rude, despite the fact that there is a button for me to recline.
And that Brooks can hold down a scat if he needs to.
Oh, yes, he can.
That's right.
Giggity-giggity-giggity-goo.
Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. Check out SpitballersPod.com to help support the show. We'll be back next week. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.